here's the setup for our Facebow. So we've got our base plate wax, we've got our bite fork with our 2 cotton rolls, and then we've got the part that goes in the ears, and then we've also got the part that holds onto the Facebow. The most important part is to make sure that this is actually screwed in all the way here. And then we need to make sure very faintly on this setup for the articulator, there's a 2 and there's a 1. It should always say 21. You can't have it, you know, flipped backwards. That's not going to work. It always needs to read that direction. And I'll show you when we get it lined up exactly how that all connects. But all these parts need to be movable before we put it into the patient's ears, because it gets really loud. We need to make sure that everything is movable. So I'm going to warm up my wax and we'll get started with the bite fork. The wax is nice and malleable here. And we'll take this and wrap it around our bite fork. Wrap this around our bite fork here. We'll take off any of this excess. We don't need to choke our patient. She's got a really small mouth, so we'll make sure. And then we want to make sure that this comes off to our left side, the patient's right side. We want to make sure that this goes in and comes out nice and straight from the patient's mouth. We want to make that as parallel as possible. Line up those little marks. Bite all the way down for me. Bite, bite, bite. There we go, good. See, we've got to kind of use this as a reference mark to her midline. Good, and we've got her teeth marking in there pretty well. Take the rest of our Facebow here, and these again slide. So Cindy, hold on to these ear pieces for us right out here. Perfect. And then just a second, let me get this lined up. So remember 21, we need that lined up there. We're gonna slide this into that bite fork. There we are. And now Cindy, gently slide those into your ears. You gotta do both sides at the same time. Yep, there we go, good. Hold them on there. Okay, good. All right, now we're gonna line this up with her nose. Look straight at the horizon for us. Line this up with her nose right here. That little ala tragus line is right there. And we've got this as even as possible. And we hold nice and tight, Cindy, and we start tightening. So we have to do a little bit on the right and a little bit on the left until we get it really snug. Sorry, Cindy, there's gonna be a lot of noises here. Really, really tight here. We don't want this to move at all. Okay. Now, hands up. Ta-da! Now she's ready to go home. Okay, just kidding. Go ahead and hold on to those earpieces again for us. And we're just going to, at the same time, you're going to open, and we're going to pull out of your ears. Open for me. Open, open. There we go, and slide everything out. Okay, great. Now we've got everything in place. We remove this little screw, and we've got our bite fork here. We've got these nice teeth indentations, at least on those back teeth. She didn't bite quite so hard on the front ones. We remove the earpieces, and this is what we mount on our articulator.